Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Whitey Guy Show. I'm Whitey, and today I'm doing this one topless. I apologize, but as I'm finding out now, the bitch I'm staying in ain't got no AC. Ain't got no AC. Man, hold me down. So, Grace requested that I review the film Brazil, which is a film, I guess, not the country. Brazil came out in the 80s. It's directed by Terry Gilliam of Monty Python fame. It looks like a Monty Python film. It feels like a Monty Python film. And I want to give you a synopsis, but what I found out when I was watching this film is I'm not on the right drugs. And you really need to be. You really need to be on some good shit to watch this movie because I can guarantee you, Terry Gilliam, who wrote and directed and produced this film, was on some really good shit when he came up with this movie. I mean, he was tripping balls. And what's amazing is that he was high as fuck on probably on a number of things, going through a number of experiences, and somehow still like wrote it down. Cause like, there's no way he wasn't fucked out of his tree. At the very beginning of the film, there's a theme about air ducts, not duck like quack like duct, like that air goes through vents and shit, I, which I couldn't make heads or tails of. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about, but somehow, like this is a film. It's like dystopian future, and it's a book kind of, but I mean, it's like the future sucks, and the government's out to get you in fascism and all this. Um, but it's like one of the chagrins of the lead early on is like ducks, but getting not quack, but ducked. I don't get it. And then at one point, Robert De Niro shows up because the AC isn't working and it's really hot. Um, but somehow he's like a heating electrician or something, and but he's also part of the underground. There's an underground that he's part of, um, or something. And then the lead guy, who's played by somebody, he's like works a bureaucratic job. I'm not sure if it was like for the government. I think it was for a private company, but maybe the idea is that like the two have merged, so it's like a corporatist fascism Mussolini style. So where it's like the two are the same. I I'm not really clear on that. And then Ian Holm is like his boss, but he's like a bitch, so he's always doing his boss's job for him. Not clear why or what's going on here. But at the very beginning of the film, a guy is swatting a piece of paper at a bug on the wall and kills it, a fly or something. It falls onto a piece of paper that he's working on. It's a report, and it's a report to have somebody named Tuttle or something arrested, and then with the bug on there, it looks like it says Buttle. So they arrest the wrong guy, and then he dies. He's killed as a result, an accident or some shit. And so this causes a bureaucratic snafu. So the lead character guy goes to the home to get a signature because that's the easiest way to get cleared up. But in doing so, he gets caught up with the family a little bit, and then there's a woman that he sees in his dreams where he's flying through the sky, and she's got wavy hair, and she's there around and stuff, and then he's got more hair, but like the actor is going thin up top, but in his dream he's got more hair, but he's still thin in the front, and you're like if this is your dream, why not have all your hair? But I get, maybe they thought we wouldn't recognize him and know who he was or something, so they kept him thin on top. I'm like, why? And then, so he sees this woman he's been seeing in his dream. He sees her in real life, and he basically goes runny, runny, chasey, chasey, and it's just like a dream where she's always just out of reach. And right as he comes around the corner, oh, she rounds the next corner. Now she's over there. Now he goes up here, but now she's over there, and that gets old fast as shit. Um, Robert De Niro shows up from time to time, and then a bunch of I don't know what the fuck to tell you. I was way too sober for this movie. It's very there's clearly a anti air duct theme, anti electrical appliances theme, anti modern technology versus Earth kind of is there, and then like the people versus like the Empire kind of theme, but like sort of. It's like it's really like I would if I were on some if I was at least stoned, I'm sure I would like I would be able to read this language, but I was sober as a bird, and like I understood kind of what they were getting at, but it was still really fucking confusing. That's the first 2.5 hours of the film. The back nine on this film, like he ends up getting arrested for a whole slew of shit he's done, and then they're gonna like treat him for insanity, and then like the underground shows up and like rescues him, but then Robert De Niro disappears into a pile of paper, and you're like, what? And then he just a bunch of and then it gets weirder and weirder, and then it ends, and you're like, what? So Brazil, directed by Terry Gilliam. I really don't know what this movie was about or what was happening. It's got that great Terry Gilliam Monty Python look. The performances were fantastic. The Brits can act, man. Ian Holmes in it. I just didn't know what the fuck was happening, and then it ended. So yeah, that's here for the Whitey White Guy show. I'm Whitey. Like and subscribe. I have no idea whether Brazil was a good film or not. I had no clue what was happening, and good journey.